Hey, how's it going there? Today is Sunday. Was it Sunday, February 26, 2023? Wanted to come to you all and give you a little quick recap and answer some questions. I see on this Sunday, I got a couple of people asking some questions. So I decided to come on real quick, play a couple videos, and give you guys some of the information that you need. It appears that some are under the impression that you need more than one client, and the case of the matter is you only really need one commercial client. um, One client could be everything. One client could mean a life-changing financial situation. So I wanted to give you guys information. So some people are asking about other things besides ice machines to get into. And the reason why I mention ice machines to everyone is because ice machine is universal. Um, when you have a Burger King and they have a Hoshizaki machine, that's going to be the same Hoshizaki machine that's going to be in another restaurant. There's not going to be any differences. When it comes to hot side, you have a lot more barrier to entry, right? When it comes to hot side. So that's why I wanted to bring that up to you. There's a lot of variations when it comes to hot side. Uh, and then it's more of a demand. So let's say a Burger King that has ice machine, they're going to have an ice machine that's supplying the drive-through. Then they're going to have an ice machine out in the lobby, or at least they used to before the virus. So there used to be like two ice machines in the lobby of every Burger King, then a huge ice machine in the back, and then they might even have another one at the drive-through. So that would be four ice machines. But typically, what you're going to see now is one, maybe two. So if you learn Hoshizaki,
This one,
if you learn Hoshizaki, then you can use Hoshizaki
but the way I knew this was
for where
going
you
to work.
go. So this is a, well, it's not making it pretty. This is a client. They have two Hoshizaki ice. They got it sitting on a bin. I got to start slowing down with the camera. I got to dig into this machine. I didn't really have time for it today. To be honest with you, they kind of got a hassle to deal with
Oh yeah.
when it comes to payment.
All right.
So I deal with them sparingly.
I gotta
Excuse me,
check
when it comes to lending them services. Now I was already dealing with the dishwasher. I was already dealing with the dishwasher, but here we go. We have the ice machine. So um, you're dealing with similarity in parts. So the reason why I tell you that is like, hey, if you start to deal with fryers, now every client has different fryers. Then the fryers have different styles, different times, different oil reclamation, filtering systems, dealing with RTI and all that kind of stuff. So unless you're already in the business and you're looking to add on that, that kind of thing, I can help you out with. But as far as getting started, I would like to have you start out with something that is going to be a lot more universal across the board. So ice machine is going to be a lot more universal across the board. So if you take the time to learn Manitowoc, you're going to be able to do McDonald's. You're going to be able to do Taco Bell and all that kind of stuff. It's going to be, and then mom and pops, things like that. It's a lot more universal to deal with that type of deal, with that type of client. So I didn't give you guys much notice about me coming on, but go ahead and hit me up. Let me see what I got here. So I have a lot of people helping me out in the chat, and this is a good example.
I've never seen that reading before. I have no idea
I
what
got to
that
look at the
is.
book. I have no idea what
And then this
shade
guy
that
here,
is.
right there.
Let me go back. That is the condenser. So this location needs all of their condensers cleaned. Without their condenser cleans, the units won't work. They're not going to work properly. The pressure is going to build up. This is an R290 unit. The pressure is going to build up, and it's going to cause seal system leaks. Right. So that is something that needs to be done. It's not seal system work. It is just basic maintenance. Right. And this location needs basic maintenance. I'm going to redo this plumbing. They decided to go with somebody else. Hey, what's going on? Well, I'm glad you came in anyway. I'm trying to answer a lot of questions. So I'm replying to someone in the chat that was asking me about what's going on. They were prepping for tomorrow. But yeah, I was getting a ton of questions, and I decided to come on, show some stuff that I found today, and just go over them. So this situation, this is one restaurant. One restaurant going to have to take care of all the refrigeration. I'm going to have to take care of the PVC on their sink, on their 3-compartment sink, and I'm going to have to take care of their ice machine, which is a Manitowoc. And I actually put this machine in before the restaurant opened up. I am going to have to let me load up some more video, and I'm going to play. Let me play this while I load up the video. Let me go back. So the problem we have here is that the sink is leaking. The 3-compartment sink.
And then this guy here, right there. I'm going to cut this out.
I don't know if you guys can hear it, but yeah, it's just a 3-compartment sink, and it is leaking.
Yeah, he's leaving from there too. Give him a whole new line. I don't know if you guys remember this place. Pictures I did. I stripped this whole place down. This time could be done again.
Yeah, somebody else decided to go in and they replaced that. I don't know what they did, but it's leaking. There's a bucket under there to collect the. Oh no, that's a different Manitowoc. Sorry about that. Someone else put the bucket in, and it's leaking there, and they never came back to fix it. So now I gotta come in. So I gotta come in and I gotta fix that situation. All right, that is not the video. Oh, you know what? It's gonna be here. Sunday. Here it is. All right. Yeah. Get a we go back. Take a look at all of this. You guys worried about seal systems. Forget about the seal systems and worry about all the mold and the slime that's in the machines.
It's not working. They don't know why it's not working.
Look at that. Look at all this mold and slime in this machine. Oh, you can't see my cursor. But yeah, there is a ton of mold in here. They have not had this unit clean since I did it almost a year ago. All of that is mold. All of that is mold. So the unit is completely out here. They have dripping slime and mold coming down. And then the killer part about this whole situation is that they've never changed filters since they've opened up. I gave them a loaner filter. So I had an install that I had to take out. Customer didn't pay for their lease, and then I snatched out all the equipment, and so I kept the old filter. So I put the old filter on this unit, and I told them, hey, I need to come in and put a new one, and it's been almost a year later.
Don't tell anybody.
That's brown. That's supposed to be white. That is supposed to be white. So I have to take care of this on Monday. They put in a vacuum breaker.
Making everybody put those in.
They put in a vacuum breaker that's down there at the bottom left. That pre-filter that's on the left is supposed to be white.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be
Oh, if it's red, it's dead.
yeah. So there's a pressure filter there, it's a pressure sensor, and it's supposed to tell you how much
Only a
water pressure you
temporary
have
deal.
flowing through that filter medium. And
That's all
when
you
it's
gotta
trying to
see
fill
on
that
this
ice
channel
machine, it is
is
actually
a
red.
temporary deal, but I'm not telling you
There,
about
it's in the red.
any damn thing.
So I checked the system to see if there's any water coming through there,
There
and
is
yeah,
a
there is
bypass plug that you
water
put
in
in.
the system.
I don't have one on me. Their health
Yeah, I
department
do
at
not have one of those
Dishwasher and
filters,
Ice.
so I have to order one. How'd you like to get those out of here?
I got some.
Let's see what else we got. I wasn't even planning on coming over here. The customer had just so happened to call me. I was only 5 minutes away.
Out and gave it to them as a loaner, and they still didn't. They still didn't
That was
change
only
it.
5 minutes away.
Oh, thank you.
So now I have to do a cleaning, and I'm gonna do the filter, and hopefully they haven't burnt out the solenoid valve on the filter.
Fill valve.
All right,
Okay, I'm gonna cover this stuff.
so that's one. So that's what I'm telling you guys. That is a oh yeah, that was from earlier. Now that is an ice machine that you could find just about any restaurant. So Manitowoc is the number Manitowoc is supposed to be the number one brand of ice machine. And then you have Hoshizaki, which is number two. All right. So I had someone ask me a question about Subway. Well, there are so many Subway locations that once you start up with Subway, I mean, there's really no other need for anything else. There's really no need for anything else. This is the call I had before. The call I had before the Manitowoc. And if you've ever seen my videos before, I've worked on this dishwasher before, and then I had to come in and change this whole pump system. I took the pump out, and that's the new one. That's the new one I had to put in.
I definitely have to come back. I don't have any time right now.
Let's see here. Yeah, because I saw a bunch of other things. So once you get a client, it isn't like you're in there one time and you're gone. You're gonna have to go to that customer repeatedly to keep them up and running. That's just the nature of the beast. That is just how it is. All right, stop this. I'm sorry about that, guys. I am loading up. I'm loading up as we go. All this stuff was in there. I mean, I have to clean this whole entire unit. Take that pump out. I have to clean this. I have to put in new seals and the whole nine. Redo the wiring. But when it comes to dishwasher, that's a whole nother animal. When it comes to dishwasher, not everyone has a dishwasher, and even still, some people lease their dishwasher. All right, so go ahead, hit me with your question. I'm able to answer your questions in real time. That's why I came on, because I had some people asking questions about Subway and some other places. So I really wanted you guys to get the understanding of commercial is a lot different. So just like Mike Sneed just put out a video today, so he's been to the same Subway now, I want to say 2 or 3 times for 2 or 3 different problems. So it's a completely different animal than residential. Completely different animal. So this is a rather large dishwasher. Most
Okay.
of you will not see a dishwasher this size, but they all break down the same way. The thing that's nice about the large dishwasher is that you have plenty of room to work, and each compartment of the dishwasher handles a separate function.
Position this.
So it's not like everything is all
Just
crammed
right.
in one with a smaller dishwasher. All right, so that one's over with. I had finally gotten that figured out.
Leave it on.
I was just going over some of the component parts
Up
of it.
there. This whole machine's gonna be there.
Just going over some of the parts of it. Load up some videos that aren't as
Tight
long. Oh, here's something. Okay. Now the factory sent over.
Oh yeah, it is the same one.
The factory sent over this board.
It is the same one. This is.
I put in the pump, probably like $1,000. And I put in the board, which is probably like another $500-600. They did not go back.
Every guy came out.
So I put all this in, set it up, and it had a extension tank.
The woman came
I had to snatch the board right back out and put the other one in. So it's always a thing not to damage the old parts as you take them out. Let's see here. I have some information to give you guys about. Let's see here, FryMaster. Let's see here. Let's see what else we got here. So, how many of you guys are interested in fryers? Is that a thing that you guys might want? Let me know in the chat. This thing. That's the new pumping. New pump, new board, both activated, new fill valve, and then factory sent out. Yeah, so I'll stop that. So the factory sent out board. It's working. It's not doing everything. We're gonna send that. We're gonna get all these back.
We got a bunch of other problems. Look at all those. So one down, four more to go.
All right, so FryMaster. All right, FryMaster had some training going on the beginning of the month. So all you guys that are in California, I got a few of you guys out there. All you guys in California on March 7th or the 8th, you got a class, right? It's only one day. You do not do both days. It's only one day. So I don't know who here is. Let's see here. You said, I mentioned about the subways. I've noticed a large nationwide service provider that does the maintenance for the ice makers. Okay. So you mean the ice makers for the subway, or you mean just ice makers, period? Because there's a ton of business for ice makers. So you got Ready Ice. What they do is they put out ice machines, and then they sell bagged ice, and then they will also go out there and clean it. It is very expensive to get an ice machine. So especially Subways, 90% of the time, Subway actually owns their own ice machine, and then they will do the work themselves, because the typical cleaning by those large companies is around $1,000 for the large companies to do an ice machine cleaning. So they will typically. Oh, good, my apps. they will typically want to do the ice machine cleaning themselves, or they'll wait till the health department gets them. So that is not a thing the subway normally would do, is hire someone to clean the ice machine. They have tons of training videos that they do for that. That's like saying a Smoothie King would hire somebody, a large chain. They would never do that. Smoothie King tries to get the employees to clean it. And then when they still have problems, then they will hire someone like you or me to go out there and clean the machine or do the maintenance on the machine. All right. So we had Sacramento, California. If you are already a trained um, fryer technician, if you already are familiar with fryers, they have the class on March 7th or March 8th. If you're close to me, if you're in New Orleans, March 15th or the 16th. And these classes, now you have to go on the Frymaster training site, and you have to go ahead and take the online classes. So current Frymaster training is available through the online classes at frymaster.com. Then you go to service, and then it's online training. All right, so let me show you what that looks like. Let me show you. So it's a Google learning site, and you can go on here. So I took these back in 20. Ooh, it's only showing a few. Let me do a few all. All right, so back in 2020, here's just a video right here. You'll watch the video, you'll take the test. Who you, yeah, who you're listening to is Mark Mast. He's actually the one that's actually giving the training class. If you pass all these different tests, and you get to go. So he's the one that's going to perform the test along with, I mean, teach the class along with a friend of his. How many people have worked on large fryers or any fryers in general? Put the information in the chat. Okay, this video is almost done. I will go in and go over these from time to time. So what they like to do is go over the differences in the old versus the new to filter. Yeah. So, let me go done. Okay, so that's what that looks like. After that you will have a test, and they keep track of all the tests that you take, all the portions that you pass, and then they will allow you to go ahead and attend the class. And like I said, this thing varies from location to location to location. Which type of fryer is in a unit, is in a location, all that good stuff. And this is just like I might have shown you all before with the Igniter Labs. And I do believe Igniter Labs even made this for them. And once again, this is for McDonald's. So give you a quick little overview of this. I don't want to bore you guys too much, but this is what you'd be getting into if you went in with the fryer side of things. Now, the smaller restaurants do not have these complicated fryers. They don't have any control boards on them. They don't have any filter pumps. They're not 24 volt. They all use a millivolt system. Yeah, there's no filters to get blocked. Yeah, the automatic top off. All kind of things to be aware of. Does anybody have any interest in fryers at all? Yeah, we get it. Yeah, that's not fun to pull out a whole fryer at a restaurant, like a Taco Bell or a McDonald's. That is not fun. I do a picture and a video. Oh, yeah, it's a possibility. Yes, it's a possibility. You have to take these different classes, and once you watch all these videos and take the test on them, um, then they'll go ahead and give you the training, but you still won't be authorized, but you have the training. You don't give a damn about the authorization. Um, once you have the training, that's the key. Then you could do work at any restaurant. Any restaurant. The one I was just showing you guys with the refrigerator that was made by made by the one company that was Blue Air, but it was labeled to cool it. They have a fry master. They have a four bank fry master in that nightclub slash restaurant. So it's just a lot of training, but it's all possible. It is all possible. Um, like I said, the key is when you actually get in with one of the locations, that's all you need. These glasses are right here. These glasses are right here. I don't want to show any old one. I don't want to show any of these old videos. This would be better. Fair use, fair use. It looks a lot scarier than what it actually is. It looks really complicated. It's not as complicated as you would think. Now, the biggest problem I do have is when they're covered with grease. Every wire, every component, everything is covered with grease, and you have a short. That one gets a little tough, when you have a short, something blowing and yeah, that one gets a little tough when they have dripping grease everywhere. There's a Wago, and the module box, as you see, it says Frymaster on it. The module box is very the Frymaster module box is not the same one as the Pickle module box, and so on and so forth. They're very different. Now we did go over some other module boxes to use in case one is out of stock, and for that you'd have to call the factory. So let me see here. Let me show you guys some other stuff. I have while I'm looking this stuff up. Did you guys have any questions? Like I'll give you an example. If you just did if you just did XLT ovens, pressure with a water column, okay, with a manometer. Um, almost never. I almost never have to test for one. If you saw that video with the water filter, it has its own pressure gauge on it. It has its own pressure gauge, so it's right there. Now, do I have manometers? Yeah. Do I use them? No. Do I use the water pressure gauge that's there, especially for the filters? Yes. Yes, I do. So this is the manufacturer that makes the ovens for Pizza Hut and for your Costco and your Sam's Club. All right, so this is XLT. They're in Wichita, Kansas. They have all the information on their website. They tell you how to read their model and serial numbers. Oh, use a manometer for the gas and for the fryers. Oh, only for a startup. And I don't know if you saw. I'm going to do a video on a new style manometer through Watts that is all electronic. It's going to give me a digital readout, and it is going to show how everything works in real time. So that video is coming. I haven't gotten the parts yet. So when the part comes in, I'm going to go in and I'm going to be able to test the unit, and I'm going to show how that manometer. But that's someone else has already done it. Only time you're going to have that kind of issue you're going to know is when you have an improper burn pattern on the. Let's see here. When you're going to have an improper burn pattern on the burners. So that's something very obvious to see. This guy is from Chicago. Even though he lives in Arizona, he calls his company Windy City. They're not showing. So yeah, that's something that you rarely have to deal with. A lot of this stuff you can dial in by hand because that's kind of like what this is with the pilot. So that's basically what this guy is working on. And so if you have the gas pressure that's too high, yeah, it'll blow out the pilot. If it's too low, you won't have the igniter catch up. But this is something that you're not really going to deal with that often, right? This is for people that are really into the business. Starting out, you're not going to deal with that kind of stuff. Ooh, I got 8 people watching me. All right, don't hold back. 9 people now. Go ahead, ask your questions so I can address them in real time. I will answer your questions. For those of you that just came back on, you got a couple of trainings coming up. You have Frymaster has some training coming up, but you do have to complete all the online courses first. Let me give you an example. I'm chill. So, like for McDonald's, see the price of that? You're talking about $38,539 before shipping. That's before shipping. That's before install. That's before delivery. Let me see if it changes with natural gas. Yes, it does. I thought it would. So you're more looking at $45,000, right? And the thing is, they're not going to let you touch this. They're not going to let you touch a lot of this stuff to even go in there and make the adjustments for gas. When I do a setup, and I have to go in and put these in. Um, yeah, you got to check the gas pressure and all that kind of stuff, and then you're going to want to check the platens and all that good stuff. And there's a sign up sheet. Now, Garland, you can't even go and take the class. All right. I don't know if anybody was watching the other day, but Yeah, I have my Garland. I have my Garland Chick-fil-A. Let me see here. Ooh, let me check this out real quick. I have my Garland Chick-fil-A certification. I just have to go in and show it to someone. Show it to someone at Chick-fil-A. Ooh, that's an old one. Ah, man, that is in bad shape. I think I would pass on that. I think I would pass on that. Anyway, let's see what we have here. So you have to see how they have the McDonald's approved supplier and then well built. You have to have a McDonald's sign off on you. This is not something that you guys are going to be able to do on your own. So, once again, if you want to do this kind of work, you're going to need to contact a client first. You're going to need to get the customer first. Let them know, hey, I'm trained to do appliances. I'm more than willing to do these for you. I'm training to do the other stuff. I'm already working on the ice, so I can already start on that for you, and you can, see how reliable I am to come when you have a problem, or to just take care of your basic maintenance, and then I can, start working on some of the hot stuff. I just need you to sign off, send in my sheet for me, and I'm gonna see if I could just pull up this sheet here. I have an actual sheet, but it is not on, it is in paper form. It isn't scanned in. Go ahead. Don't be shy. You guys showed up. Go ahead and ask your questions. There are no bad questions. There are no bad questions. Ask your question and I'll answer it. I'll at least put you in the right direction. So, like I said, I always tell you guys go with ice. Everybody needs ice. There's not enough people to get to all the claims for ice. Not enough people. See, for McDonald's, what did I tell you guys about McDonald's? Right? Oh, yeah, you guys can't see my indicator. So here we are with the same thing I was telling you guys about the blending cup. So it's how to calibrate it for McDonald's. These are the first, I didn't even choose these. These are the first ones that came up. And then down here, that's where they put the importance at. The blending cup is first. Then they go down and they want to talk about the griddle. Then they want to talk about the griddle because it's kind of involved to go ahead and get involved with the programming and all this. Fair use, fair use. So you got all this stuff to go through. You don't have any of this stuff to deal with when it comes to ice. The hot side has really, really gotten complicated. It is not the simple thing that it used to be. Those days are gone. They're never coming. All right, you guys get the idea. That's kind of slow. You got that. You got the CombiTherm. I do not work on the CombiTherm. I work on a lot of the other brands. I don't work on. Oh, see, that won't even come up. It's probably noticing that I'm not even logged in. See, here's the cleaning, daily, weekly. Once again, it's talking about that blending cup. Ah, this should be a speed. No, yeah, this is the speed oven. I didn't even. Have any of you seen a Mary Chef in a McDonald's? I can't believe I can't say that I have ever seen a Mary Chef in McDonald's. Yes, you really should buy apps. You really, you're not going to learn anything at the training class, at the ice machine training class. That is for technicians. What that is that that's for you to get signed up with the network. That's for you to get listed. That's for calls to start to come your way. For you to get to know the people involved in your distributor, your local distributor, all that good stuff. You still are going to need to watch the videos. It's a lot to learn. You're still gonna need to watch these videos. Fair use on the video, fair use. I didn't even know they had that. So here's one for Frymaster. So they have all this stuff set up, but ice is going to be the easiest out of all of them. There's nothing else easier than McDonald's than to eat anyways. There's nothing else easier in any of those locations. Everything else is that much harder. You're gonna have to go through all this and codes and everything. Yeah, it's a pain to do anything on the hot side now. Anything. Now, this is what the employees you typically aren't gonna do this kind of thing. Now now what you will find let me see if I can go back a little bit. Let me see if I can get you a better looking view. So, on the lower right-hand side, you have the double O-rings. These double O-rings, sometimes they get worn out, sometimes they get heavily coated with grease and things, and it doesn't make a good connection with the body, and you can't form suction. So you get a lot of calls regarding that. You'll get debris in the air, and it won't suck, it won't pump, all that good stuff. Let me get out of here. But especially when it comes to ice, let me go back to Hoshizaki. So my main thing is when it comes to ice, ice is one of the easier things. If you if you if you don't do refrigeration, all you have to say is, I don't do the refrigeration. I do the cleaning. That's it. That's all. There's a ton of companies out there, and that's all they do is cleaning. They don't do anything else. So here's the same manuals. Uh, this is the same manual that you would get, and it explains the whole machine. I just said I didn't want this machine. Um, but they have, let me go to the library. Here we go. They have tons of cleaning videos. And then two, like Hoshizaki has refrigeration with it. Fair use. Let me see here. So they're probably gonna have some music. So let me speed up. So when it comes to like Hoshizaki, you're gonna have ice and refrigeration. Then you have all these other no-name brands. They have ice and refrigeration. So it's something that almost every location needs. There we go. So here's the refrigeration. So that's why I say when you get into ice, there's a lot more to it. And then you will end up having training in your area. You just don't have training now. We're still at the beginning of the year. We're still in the second month of the year. So, like I said, the trainers go around the country and they work their way around. So, as we go through the year, we'll go over um, what areas still need training, and then we'll just bother the hell out the manufacturers about it. We'll just bother them to death. So they have all different types. And the truth be told, Hoshizaki doesn't even make this. There's another manufacturer out there that makes this, and Hoshizaki slaps their name on it. But once you, let's see here. Let me go to, good, it's under resources. If you go to Hoshizaki America, you can come over here and then you will find all the cleaning sheets, all the cleaning videos, because they're not going to go over this in training. Let's see here. Segment flyers, they added a lot to this. You can also print these out. All right. Go ahead, guys. Hit me with the questions. So, like, here's Hoshizaki step-by-step cleaning process. And they have it for each and every model that they sell. So this is a smaller commercial undercounter. This unit will not this unit will not fit under the counter at a residence. It's just slightly taller than that. So people that do have them, they have rather large counters. All right, so let's see here. So Hoshizaki has theirs. You can go online, you can print it out. All right, so let's see here. Well, let me see, because my apps, you're in Miami, right? Where are you? So this is the whole collection for ice machine cleaning. They tell you step by step what to do. Hold on one second. One second here. I am going to mute myself. No, that's all right. That's all right. We're gonna go back. You're in DC, right? You see, they have everything right here. I have a mosquito in the house. I'm trying to avoid getting bit. Okay. What was... All right, tell you what, since we're in here, let's check it out. Let us check it out. Let's see what they got. Let's see if they did any updates. So, for instance, let me do this real quick. Boom. Here I am right here. That's me. So this is why I want you all to get signed up. So I actually had myself taken off of the residential. That's why it says commercial only. That's why mine says commercial only. Let's see here. Let's see if anybody else is residential. Yeah, everybody else is commercial only. Here we go. Factory appliances, commercial and residential. So let's see here. Let me go back to training. Let me do the training schedule. So it seems like DC and South Florida are having a little bit of problem trying to get everything going as far as their training classes. So let's see here. Crickets on ice or laundry. Yeah, you know what the problem you have around your area is there's no room. There's no room. So they still haven't gotten around to it. In Utah, they're doing Utah, Wisconsin, Texas, Tennessee. I don't know of any laundry in that area. Yeah, you are kind of stuck out there. Um, you are stuck as far as training classes. I probably have to do some calling. Let me see. And you are familiar with laundry? You've been doing some residential laundry? The Speed Queen isn't really doing many classes. Because actually, you're gonna have to if you want to do like Electrolux and Speed Queen, you're probably gonna have to take a trip up to New York. Because see, that's the thing with being in DC. You're probably just gonna have to jump on the train. You're probably just gonna have to jump on the train and go up to New York. So we gotta go to events and yeah, they're doing it at their headquarters in May. So if you want to do laundry, Electrolux is a very good one. You're gonna have to go on up to New York, and they got the 16th and they got the 17th if you want to do laundry. So because you're in DC, you're kind of stuck like that. You're gonna either have to take a trip to North Carolina or South Carolina, or you're gonna have to go north and take a trip on up to New York because you're in that area. So yeah, it is kind of crickets around there. Now that I think about it. So this is your options as far as laundry. So you could plan on May, but you would need to call them first. You would need to call them. And so in let's see here. Let's see here. Let's see what URI has. Oh, let's see. Let us see what URI. Yeah. So you would probably have to yeah, you would have to go up to New Jersey. You would have to go up to New Jersey for Manitowoc. February's already passed. So let's see what the next one is. February's already passed. They gotta update this system. Let's see here. Because how many hours is that for you if you jump on the train? Let's see here. That's the key to therm. Anybody take any of these basic refrigeration classes I've been telling you guys about? Okay. Ice machine service training. Oh, Jacksonville, Florida. And who is this? Okay, that's Scotsman. I like how they do that. I like how they do that. So they took everything away and they just call it ice machine service training, but this is actually Scotsman training. This is actually Scotsman for all you guys in Jacksonville. So let me see here. All right. All right, Maryland to Jacksonville. Oh, it keeps coming up with Jacksonville, Texas. All right. Jacksonville, Florida. Yeah, that's 10 hours driving. Yeah, you're gonna have to make that trip. You actually don't have much of a choice. You're gonna have to make that trip. Unfortunately. Now we can always call. Let me see if there's a URI. Oh, let's see if there's a URI in Maryland. All right, let's see what DC's got. Okay, this is who you're going to need to call. This is who you're going to need to call, and you're going to have to ask them about classes. You're going to have to ask these people about classes. All right, so these are the people that are going to have the information for your area. They're gonna, and then if you express interest in it, then they'll bring an instructor up. They're gonna bring an instructor up to help you out. While I'm in the system, anybody else here? Let me get your area. Let me get your area. Let me see what else I could find. But this is going to be URI is now covering Manitowoc classes and Scotsman. So the one location is going to take care of both your ice machine cleaning needs. So you'll be able to do you'll be able to get trained on the number one brand and we'll say the number three. Or the number one and the number three. And people will probably try to fight me over that number three. Some would probably say number four. Man, you guys are quiet in that chat. So, what else? What else, guys? Come on. So, once again, like I said, ice machine is where you should start. The rest of that stuff is going to be extremely, extremely complicated, extremely difficult to get involved with. A lot of parts that you're going to have to get research on, and you're going to be under a lot of pressure. When it comes to ice, the thing with ice is they can always call for ice delivery with that ready ice that you saw. You saw those technicians everywhere. They actually deliver and sell ice. So they deliver and sell ice. They lease ice machines, all that kind of stuff. They don't so much do the repair on them. They only do the repair on their own. Right? You guys got any questions? So Hoshizaki has a number of things. They try to take over. They're really trying to take over a lot of restaurants right now. All right. Have you guys seen? Let me see. I think Safesa has some other stuff. Because I know some of you guys have called Safesa. So let's see here what they got going on. All right. So they got an upcoming electric class, middle management, electric, gas, water, and steam. So this is the only one that's coming up. Yeah, this is the only one that's coming up that I would really go for. Let's see if I can get back to it. There we go. This is the one that I would really go back to. So this one is going to cover all the major brands: Lincoln, XLT, Middleby Marshall, Wow, Edge, and who knows, maybe a couple others. But once you're done, yeah, see, the course costs $850. Wait a minute, is that for Safesa? Oh, yeah. So the course is $1,700 if you're not a member. But once you're done with this class, they teach you how to work on all the ones at Pizza Hut, Domino's, everywhere. Now, none of these things guarantee you that you're going to be able to work, that you're going to get any contracts. It's just training you on how to work on the units. Let me see here. So Domino's is expanding. I need to do a video for you guys and to show how much Domino's is expanding. Let me see if I can go Domino's oven XLT. So there it is. Oh, it keeps taking me back to that. Those dirty dogs. So this is the Domino's oven. Once you're done with class, there it is. I think that's in location, but that's the one in England. There's the Domino symbol in the back. Let me show you one with the, there it is. I don't know why it keeps skipping through like that. So there's the Domino symbol in the back. This is what you're going to find. They're rolling out these Dominoes in a lot of Walmarts. All right, what do you got? Yes. No. Okay. None of these classes are going to help you get clients. These classes are to help you get the training. Once you get a client, the client expects you to show up and show out. The client expects you to go ahead and knock out the problem. So you need to be trained on this stuff, to get the job done. So you're basically going to be on your own. The only thing that helps is that if you're doing ice, they can call for ice. If you're doing ice while you're learning, they chances are going to have other ice machines in that location. Just like the video I did just a little while ago, or this yesterday. Yeah, it was yesterday. They have two ice machines, two of the same ice machine. So you have a little more help there. Yeah, you can go with your training certificates and all of that, but you still have to be able to fix the stuff. You still have to be able to fix it. So let me see. For the ice companies, we should look to work on or Scotsman, Hoshizaki, Manitowoc, and Isomatic. Any others? Yeah, sure. Sure. There's a lot of others. Nobody knows their names, but there's a lot of others. You don't there's thousands of brands. There's thousands of brands, and no one knows these names. The people that work at the restaurant, they don't know the names of the equipment. So they don't know Hoshizaki, they can't pronounce it. I usually have to tell them, and I'll go in with the hat and I'll say, hey, it's the one with the penguin on it. I work on that. You see all these, you look at all the names. Look at all the names. So it doesn't matter that you would go in and say, hey, there's XLT ovens. It doesn't matter. You say, hey, I work on your Manitowoc. They'll be like, what's that? Like, the big ice machine behind you. Because our concern is the equipment. Their concern is not the equipment. When it breaks down, then they want to know if you could fix it. Just like the video I had earlier, the girl didn't know what it was. She didn't know what the branded ice machine was. The girl didn't know what brand of filter she has. They never do. They never do. I'm surprised that these people actually make it to work every day. That part actually amazes me that they're able to make it to work every day. Let's see here. So yeah, you got. I mean, I could tell you a number of different brands. I gave you guys Follett. I gave you guys Follett Ice. So Follett, I gave you guys Follett, but you don't search according to the brand. Like I said, you want to go after the customer. See, so there's Follett. Follett is in your Chick-fil-A, right? So every Chick-fil-A has an option. They can either go with Follett or they're going to go with Hoshizaki. And even still, they have the option to go with, they'll go with Follett because of the ice ride system. So what this does is it makes ice. The ice goes through this tube, and then the ice gets deposited into those bins, those trough, right there at the register. So all they have to do is slide back that stainless steel drawer, and then they can just scoop out ice. So a lot of the Chick-fil-A owners, they like the Follett for the front, and then they like the big Hoshizaki in the back. So sure, you can do Scotsman, Hoshizaki, Manitowoc, Isomatic, Follett, but you got to realize these things are just like cars. So you go and get trained on Hoshizaki, and then everybody you meet says, "Oh, I hate Hoshizaki. I'd never buy another Hoshizaki." So you can't control what people like. You have to do your due diligence. You got to find out what's right. Steve, what's going on? You got to find out what's in your area. You have to find out what's in your area. So here's the filter system just for the Follett, just for the Follett. They have their own because they have it a lot easier. So you can actually put the cleaner into the hose, and then it will clean out the filter and the ice machine. So has anybody taken the Follett classes? Anybody taking the Follett training? So you go to Follett, you go over there to tech support, you're going to come down, you're going to go to where they say training, and then you're going to have service video library. Here we go. But you can go here. Field service live webinars, you got online training. And let's see here. So March 7th, they got more training. Right. So there's the install on Follett's. You got 8th. You got more training. Okay, that's refrigeration for Follett. Yeah, these two are refrigeration. Oh yeah, all of this is. None of this is ice. Let's see here. Okay, so April. April is when they get into ice. So here's another one. Symphony Plus, that's ice. So these are April. That's the morning and the afternoon class, preventive. So you're not going to see any more ice on Follett until April 4th. Yeah, you got to walk around. So Chick-fil-A. Well, like I said, Follett is what they like for the front, but they might not have it. I have 3 Chick-fil-A's in my immediate vicinity, right? Only one of the 3 has Follett. Now I was looking at that, and not only do they have Follett, but they had 4 Follett Symphony ice machines. I was like, wow, blew me away. But chances are they had those 4 Follets because they had a bad experience with Hoshizaki. So yes, you have to look and see what these people have. You got to look and see what these people have. And then some people don't like Chick-fil-A. Like I got into a big issue with Chick-fil-A because each Chick-fil-A has to pay you out of their own pocket. Right? There is no payment through corporate, and they handle their own payments, and so they have their own way of doing those payments. And so you have to deal with these individuals. You have to deal with the owners, and some of them can be characters. Right? So I've been meaning to give my stuff to the 4 Chick-fil-A's I have in my vicinity. I haven't done it. I haven't done it. And they're all 4 of them are in walking distance. I can walk to, if I go in either direction, I can get to one by walking in 30 minutes or less. But they are just some of these I just don't care for. So you are going to put your information in here, and then okay, this is to get the certificate. But they haven't done any. Let's see here. Because they haven't done any live training, field training seminars. Yeah, you have to do your due diligence. You got to go out there and see what these locations have. And then you got to let them know, hey, I'm in the process of getting training on this stuff. Do you have any tips for me or um, anything in particular? Do you have anything that you're having a lot of problems with or having problems getting a servicer for that I can go and get training on so I can do work for you? And they will jump at that. They will jump at that. Yeah. See, there are no upcoming seminars, no live in person training. So ever since the virus came out, there has been very limited training. So we're going on 3 years now where they haven't been doing very many classes. And the reason for that is because these trainers are up there in age. And so they don't want to expose themselves to viruses and things. Right. So past seminars, yeah, we had a ton of past seminars. Oh, they don't even want to show it. Let's see, usually if I say print seminar, they'll come up with a date. Okay, so they had one in 2022, which was probably like for some hospital or something like that. So you have Follett, you got Hoshizaki, you got Manitowoc. And so most of these Manitowoc training classes are going to be through it's going to be through URI. But you go through URI or Baker, and then they have all of these. Let's see here. You have all the fair use. Let's see here. We'll get rid of this. Fair use. See, so you have all these online classes, and that's basically what this all boiled down to. Everything's boiled down to online training, online training, online training. See, here's the webcast that they do. They do this like once or twice a month. This is what training is turning into. Right? See, so here's your training for Florida. Like I said, you want to contact the URI in your area. Contact the URI in your area, and they're going to let you know everything. All right. So let me see here. It needs you get certificates. Look, the certificates are only going to. Let's see here. Look, this is. Oh wow, my stuff blew down. The wind blew everything down. Anyway, so look here. The certificates are the things that are going to they help the customer understand that you've actually gone to these classes. You've actually gone and done the work, right? You've actually gone and done the work on this stuff. All right. That is what the certificate tells the customer. Hey, this guy knows what this stuff is, but you still have to learn it because there is no help for you when you're actually out there in the field. When you're out there in the field, uh, you got to fix this stuff. So the most important thing is to get this training because none of this other stuff matters without the training. Oh man, no JR, no problem. No problem. Happy to do it. Um, I'm glad to jump in and give people some of this information. So, all right. Come on. hit me with some more questions. Hit me with some more questions so I can give you guys this information. All right. Let me see here. So you guys wanted to know about Scotsman. You wanted to know about Follett, Manitowoc. Oh, let me show you like Blue Air. Let me show you Blue Air. Right. I started to show you guys some of this stuff the other day. Let me see here. What? Oh, I have to show the whole screen. I have to do the whole screen again. So hold on one second. All right. Oh, Jar, you're in his. Hey, did you see the information that I sent you about the Hostess? It was a Manitowoc class. This Manitowoc class was last week. Did you go? Did you go to any of those classes? Because if not, you're going to have to go to the classes with me next month. Joe Jordan. Hey, what's going on, man? What's going on, Joe? Okay, you were out of town. Okay, so you're gonna have to be like me, and you're going to have to go to the you're gonna have to go to March. You're gonna have to go to the March class. So here's some other ones, but these are not worth mentioning. These other ice machines outside of Hoshizaki, Scotsman, Isomatic, Manitowoc, and Follett do not even mention these other brands because the customer don't even know. These are knockoffs of those other brands. These are knockoffs of those. Right. Okay, 13th to the 19th. And you're going to be out of town again. So let me see here. I think Hoshi's. Oh yeah. Oh no, you guys can see it. Good. So these are knockoffs. Oh man, let me see if I think this is a knockoff of Hoshizaki. Let me see if this lets us in so we can see what's inside. And I believe these are 290s. I think these are R290 units. Let me see if it's going to tell me what the refrigerant is. All right, let's see here. They're all air cooled. Only 480 pounds. 3 years, parts and labor, blah, blah, blah. Oh, no, this is 410. So 410A unit. I wonder if they're not letting us in here. And I cannot, for the life of me, I cannot remember what this one looks like on the inside. I cannot remember what this one looks like on the inside. So I don't know if this is a knockoff of Manitowoc or if this is a knockoff of Hoshizaki. Yeah, the business cards. Oh, your anniversary. Okay. The business cards, they end up getting thrown. They end up getting thrown away. They end up getting thrown in a drawer, never to be seen ever again. So I like to put my pricing information, how much I charge to come out. I'll put that on this sheet. Put my name and name, email on the sheet that I'll do the ice machine cleaning and service, and then I'll say what other piece of equipment that I work on. And oh yeah, that's right. This says 410A. That is so interesting. This is a Hoshizaki style. And these are Hoshizaki numbers. Let's see. Yeah, this is a Hoshizaki knockoff. There's your water pressure, 30 to 100 psi. This is a Hoshizaki cube. That's a Hoshizaki cube all day long. So the flat portion is where the refrigerant tube is in the chill plate, and the round portion is, oh, you guys can't see. Hold on, doggone it. I was wondering if it was gonna catch up. Thanks again for telling me, guys. I appreciate that. Anyway, here is that Hoshizaki cube. So this is a Hoshizaki clone. This is a Hoshizaki knockoff. So the left side of it is where the refrigerant tube is, and the right side is where the water is running down the chill plate. And as that water freezes, it layers over and layers over and layers over, and it forms that crescent shape, that half a circle. So these are old school Hoshizakis, and they're gonna have a float. They're gonna have a float just like the Hoshizaki. All of that stuff is the same. So basically this is a Hoshizaki 901. It's a 650, so it's like a Hoshizaki 650. Is basically what it is. That is basically what it is. So learning Hoshizaki is learning this machine. Same machine, same thing, no difference. Let's see. I'm gonna have to take a look at the spec sheet on this, because this. All right, so this is 404. All right, copy. So let's see what we got here. Man, that sure looks like a Hoshizaki remote condenser. I mean, that is, I mean, they copied everything. They copied the legs, the whole nine. Yeah, this is a Hoshizaki. So Blue Air is doing a Hoshizaki clone in every single way. That is a Hoshizaki cube. You can only get that cube one way. So learning Hoshizaki, you know Blue Air. Let's see here. Tulsa. So you got a Tulsa. A Tulsa has ice machines. And I can't remember who they're knocking off. Let's see what kind of ice they got. All right, you guys still seeing this? All right, let me see what kind of refrigerant they're using. So we saw the other one. The other brand was using 410A and using 404. So there's already two refrigerants you guys probably don't even have. All right, let's see here. 3M. They recommend a 3M filter. And I've worked on these. R290. I knew it. So these are R290. So that's why you got to knowing which brand of machine, that lets you know what kind of refrigerator you're going to be dealing with. And so, no, you don't have to do refrigeration work, but sometimes you might have to put a little gas in a unit, or you might have to take some out. You being in DC, you guys being up north, you might have to put a little gas in the winter, so that it'll have enough heat on the evaporator to get that ice to remove from the chill plate. Here we have to take some gas out in the summertime because it's just too much. Oh, excuse me. Units shut off on high head pressure. Right. So different areas of the country have different things, but you don't have to pull out a torch or anything like that. So nothing to worry about there. And see, these guys won't even let you see the inside. But if you notice, this looks exactly like the Manitowocks. This looks exactly like the Manitowocks I was working on the other morning, which I'm gonna have to go and do tomorrow because I gotta clean them. Oh man, it makes 3 Manitowocks I gotta clean now. 2 at the coffee shop and 1 at the sandwich shop. So here it is. They're telling you R290. They're telling you what type of compressor, and they're telling you it is the half dice ice. So that right there lets you know, yeah, it is not a Manitowoc type of, I mean, not a Hostess Lucky type of ice, half dice. So this is going to be a Manitowoc clone. It's going to be a Manitowoc clone. So knowing every single brand of ice machine out there does you no good. If you know who the leaders are, you're going to know who the knockoffs are. And yes, Atosa is a Chinese brand, and they are knockoffs of the original, and they make for everybody. Has anybody here heard of Atosa? And if you have, do you guys know about the pricing for Atosa? Would you like to see it? Jeez. Would you guys like to see the pricing on Atosa? So you guys can understand what you'd be up against. You guys are quiet, man. You guys are super quiet. Ah, you never heard of Atosa? Oh wow, you're in for a treat. All right, let's see here. Atosa ice machine. Who the hell is Hotel Restaurant? Who the hell is Hotel Restaurant? Let's check them out. So, oh, that's pretty expensive. And how many pounds of ice is this? So, the model name on this is 450, which that lets you know this makes around 450 pounds of ice. Oh, okay, that's shipping weight. I was about to say. Let's see here. Yeah. So their production. Oh, you guys can't see. Hold on one second. Hold on one second. Let me put this in so you guys can see. I'm only showing one window. So $3,000 for this unit. The model number says 450, and that indicates 450 pounds of ice. But let's see what it actually does. Let us see what this actually does. Oh, those are isomatics? Yes, those are my isomatics. Hold on 1 second. I got a mosquito in here. All right. I do not want to get bit. Okay. So an equivalent, an isomatic that is 436 pounds is $4,000. And this one is 3. All right. And a lot of times when you have a repair needed on some of these knockoffs, the people don't want to repair them. They just want to get another one. They're just throwaways. They don't even want to clean them, which is why I don't even bring these up. They don't even want to clean the knockoffs. So this is saying, oh, how vague is this? So this is saying, even though the model number says 450, this sucker is saying that it will make 400 in the summer and 500 in the winter. So the winter helps to with the winter time, the water is already freezing cold, and so it doesn't really take much energy for the ice machine to turn that freezing cold water into ice cubes. So you get a much larger production in the winter than you do in the summer. And like I said, it uses R290. R290 lights up my life. So so this is that cheap knockoff. That is a Tosa. A Tosa makes they make everything. They are not a brand. They actually manufacture for about 14 other companies. 14 other people are running around with product that has their name on it, but Atosa actually made it for them. Majali is one of them. So let me see here. So your isomatic is what you're going to see in your they're in there, that famous coffee house, right, with expensive coffee that's on every freaking corner everywhere you go. This is the machine that they use. Like right now, that's like their biggest customer is that machine. So the price on this one, and this makes 700. Oh wait, no, it's supposed to make 1,000. So this is exactly the model that they put in there. Let's see here. All right, I got a question. Say, is there a restaurant that has broken Hoshizaki on top of a soda fountain? Would you? Hell yeah! I just. Okay, so you just missed what I solidified. Yeah, yeah. Would I offer my services? And the answer is yes. That is. Let's see here. All right, so I was showing that earlier today. That is this guy here. This is from today. This is on top of a.
Any water from here?
There it is. So down at the bottom is the bin. So this is a Pepsi machine.
They were looking. It was 5 minutes down.
I had to use a ladder to get up there, but this machine is dead. I actually put this machine in. I put this machine in about 3 or 4 years ago. Put that machine in 3 or 4 years ago, and now my poor machine looks like this.
That last trick I did that. I think.
Let me show you how moldy this is. All that is mold, and I just cleaned this machine about a year ago. I just cleaned this machine about a year ago, and now it looks like this.
Little girl doesn't know why it's not working.
Yeah, I don't know why. Look at my machine. My machine is falling apart, all that good stuff. But yeah, if you see a machine and it's got Coke or Pepsi on the side, you're gonna want to ask the customer if it is their machine or if it belongs to Coke or Pepsi. All right, that is the only thing. But it doesn't make a difference if it's on top of a soda machine or not. Like I said, this was on top of a soda machine, but it actually belongs to the customer. And I know for a fact because I put it in there, put it up there. It barely cleared, too, by the way. It barely cleared. All right, let me go back to. Now, the ATX, what are you saying? Arizona? Hey, Steve, are you saying Arizona on 16th of March? All right, so let me see here. What else we got? Let me see if I can get back to the screen for you all. Let me see if. Okay, here it is. Oh, sure, no problem. So let's see here. Manitowoc. Everybody says so. This company, whoever this hotel, restaurant, equipment people are, they sell old Manitowoc parts. These are really old. See, that's why they're $4.26, because you're hardly ever going to run into these old machines. These ice thickness controls go into machines that are 20 years old. So these guys are basically trying to get rid of this old stock. I mean, these are Chinese imitation anyway. So it looks like they don't even sell Manitowoc. The hell? All points. Well, it's always good to see all points, but let's see here. Manitowoc. Let me see here. Ice machine, 2,000 pounds. Oh, you know what I gotta do for you? I gotta do tomorrow. I had to look at 2 Hoshizakis for Olive Garden that were smashed up in shipping, and I have to give the shipping company the estimates on these things. I got a busy day. I have a really busy day tomorrow. All right. Any other questions? What other questions do you guys have for me that I can answer for you? Because all day today, I've had a lot of original questions. So that's why I really wanted to get up here and address them today. I really want to get up here and address your questions. So hit me with them. Hit me with them. So here's your Scotsman Prodigy. And Scotsman is cool as long as it's clean. If you get a Scotsman and you clean this Scotsman from the moment it's within its first year, you're golden. Anything after that, I would kind of say stay away, because Scotsman can kind of be a pain. It can kind of be a pain if they don't want to take care of it. And as you see, they're not cheap machines. They're not cheap machines at all. All right, so you got plenty of money to make on ice machines. You have the cleaning, you got the service, you have the filtration. Bam, here we go. Look at the price of these filters. See, $555, $288, $170. All right, the filters themselves, $67. This is for Isomatic. Yeah, $296. So there's lots of, this is for the actual filter itself. This is the actual filter. You still got to put this filter in. So that's $113 for the customer. That's their cost. This is $191. That's the customer's cost. All right. You make your own money on top of this. So you make a little money off the filter and you make the money off of doing the install. And it doesn't matter if it is Scotsman. See, here's the filters for Scotsman. It doesn't matter if it's Scotsman, Isomatic, Hoshizaki, Manitowoc, Follett. They all have filters and they all cost. See, how do you like those numbers? Are you guys seeing these numbers? That is $1,237.22. Ice machine, water filter system. And how often it gets changed depends on how bad the water quality is. So you got a number of water pressure gauges on them, and when it's red, it's dead. Yes, for a filter. Yes, for a filter. So that's what I was saying. Ice machine cleaning is very profitable. Very profitable. This is the set right here, $509. Without the filter, the ice machine does not work. Without the filter, the ice machine does not work. Without the filter, your ice machine looks terrible, right? It'll get mold. It'll stop working. You'll have repair problem because the fill valve will get all stopped up, because this thing is straining out all the trash in the water. Look at that, $1,371. That's Everpure. Somebody got to put that in. That somebody's you. Now, I put in the description a link so that you guys can tap the link and then go on there and get the training on how the filters are supposed to work, what each filter does, all of that. You have the link in this description. I had already put that in there. That's already there. All you have to do is click on the link in the description. And these filters go up from here, $1,030. And these filters got to get changed every couple of months. You have to change these filters every couple of months. $1,030.21. You have to change them. So the Everpure book is ridiculously large. It looks like a Bible. Usually I have Everpure help me out, and Everpure tell me what filter works best. I can give them a zip code and stuff like that, and then they'll tell me what filter, based on the water surveys that they have for that area, they'll tell me what's what. But This stuff is not cheap. All right, this stuff is not cheap, and they need. Let me show you the ranges, and they need people to go ahead and do it. Like this is a brand South Bend, right? For the hot side. Now, did you guys catch the price of this? Now, anybody catch the price of this? This range is $7,466. $7,466. And they only have one. They only have one. So these people aren't going to just get rid of this stuff and buy a new one. They're going to get it fixed. And usually the parts that you're going to need, let me show you what, I think this one has parts. Now this one is going to use a thermocouple and not a thermal pile. Nah, hell, I'm going to have to show you. Fryers are going to use a thermal pile, but say South Bend. Let's see if they have anything from All Points. Hate to have to show you guys this. Oh, this hurts me so bad. Anyway, no, I didn't want the thermal pile. This is for their fryers. This is for a fryer. This is for a South Bend fryer, which is why is this one thermal pile $275? That is ridiculous. Let me go back. Oh, you guys can't see it. You guys can't see that. Hold on one second. So, $275 for this thermal pile. That is insane. Now, I don't know if you guys saw when I went to the parts house, Nomar. When I went to Nomar, he can sell me a thermal pile that will work on this South Bend range. It's supposed to be a South Bend fryer. He'll sell me one for like 18 bucks. He'll sell me one for $18. Partstown has one for $275. So you know what pricing the customer is going to get. That bill to the customer is not going to be cheap. That is not going to be cheap. Yeah, see, that's what I told you. That goes on a fryer. That thermal pile goes on a fryer. That part goes on the fryer. So what it's supposed to have is a thermocouple for the oven. All right, so let me go and it hurts my stomach so bad to have to go to freaking Partstown. And there it is. So why are they saying, man, that thermopile that don't look right. Okay, here we go. Thermocouple. So here we go. This is what goes to the oven. $57.96. Right. You're gonna go in for the jugular. All right, so y'all ain't sleeping, y'all still watching me. This is your most common problem that you're gonna have with that large oven. And they say that sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, or they turn it on, they light it, and then the flame goes right back out. And then eventually they say, we try to light it, it won't light at all. That's going to be this guy right here. That's going to be this guy. And you can buy a universal for him. Partstown is going to gouge you for $57.96. And they're going to say OEM. These are not really OEM. I don't care if you actually buy it from South Bend themselves. It's going to be in a South Bend bag, and you're going to open up the South Bend bag, and then the other bag is going to say Harper Wyman. They're all getting it through a catalog, right? They don't make this stuff. They don't make it. They do not make it. So anyway, their oven doesn't work without this. Their oven doesn't work without this little guy, and all it does is screw right in. All you need is a very, very small set of pliers, and then you just screw that little guy in to the valve, to the safety valve. Let me show you what the safety valve looks like. Let me see if I hate using this site. They're gonna come up. Let me look up this valve. Let's see what we got. All right, surface igniter, surface valves, $84. That is ridiculous. All right. This thing should be like $15. All right. So this is this is what's behind the knob to just basically adjust the gas. They have 2,000 of them. Ain't nobody buying this from them at $84. Come on, man. That's a $15 piece. That is a $15 piece. All right. This is the same style. This should be for a fryer. This doesn't go for a range. This is a thermostat for the fryer. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Before the virus hit, this was $115. Yeah, so this is for a fryer. I don't know why it says $550. Maybe it is. No, that's not for a fryer. They're right. This is for an oven. That the probe is way, way too long. It would be half this size if it was for a fryer. And then the temperature would never go up to 550. It would say like 375. Man, are we yeah, the prices. Yeah, this is nuts. So you can get the same part from somebody else, and it's going to be less than half that cost. And that's what the price is supposed to be. And then of course your labor and everything else. So you're not dealing with inexpensive things. This is not inexpensive, people. The micro switches. This is for it's for the door. Temperature probe for the electronic control ones. Now this is the same style module. Oh no, this is the exact same module. This is what they use in the Pitco fryers. So this is much, much different than the Frymaster one. This is what they use in the Pitco. And I got one of these. Oh yeah. Whoa. $573. $573. Now this is just plug and play. All you're gonna do is just unplug the old one and then plug in the new one. You see the pins right there. You're just gonna pull off that assembly and plug in the new one. It's gonna be like 1 or 2 screws to get to this hot surface ignition box. Right? It's gonna take you like 5 minutes to get in there to get to this sucker. And you're gonna get this damn thing for way less than $572. All points will get it for you less than $572, like half. No more will get it to you for half. Everybody else will get it to you for half. This is crazy. Wow. This is the this is the pilot that brings the flame. The flame in between the burners. So when you do turn on the gas, when you turn on the gas, there's always going to be a little flame coming from the bud. And this should be $15. This should be $15. That's why they got 636. They have 123. I would be upset if it was $23, but they want 123. So yeah, if you're working on the South Bend, you could always show them the prices on Partstown. You can always show them the price of Partstown. All right, this is igniters like you have in residential. This is more akin to the a grill igniter. Let me see. Man, we got 13 people. Y'all really hanging with me tonight. This is for your convection fan motor in those same ranges. You see that $1,120.97. And this is not like with your residential ovens where you got $1,000 board and all that other stuff. No, this is much better to deal with, much easier to deal with. I If you guys are coming on here from and missed the first part, I just changed a motor like that on one of those very large Myco dishwashers. Jesus, 179 for a thermopile. I can't. Yeah, really. See, that's nuts. I should I should show you the fuses on Rationale. You would not. Fuses on Rationale are ridiculous. $47. Oh, you can't see that. Hold on one second. Hold on one second. $51. So $47 for a fuse for Rationale. That is insane. For a single fuse. They're not a C25. I'd have to actually look at the rest of it. But yeah, they're like out of control with these. Oh, you're gonna love this. Now I'm gonna have to explain this to you. This is another reason why I say stay the hell away from Rationale for right now. Stay away from Rationale. It's just too soon. Are you looking at what I'm looking at? Are you seeing this? How you like that? That is not a typo. That is not a typo. For a fuse. Now, I don't think this is the fuse that goes to the board. They have a fuse that protects the board. Now, in all fairness, I think because sometimes you'll order the fuse from Rationale and it'll come in a pack of 10. Yeah. I'm sorry, but that $30,000 oven that you got a $200 fuse, and that's why your board is black. Your display won't work because you need a $200 fuse. You need a $200 fuse. Now, Rationale is another one. Rationale, right? So it's on sale. It's on sale for the low price. Low. Yeah, I know that I'd have to go back to that. The low price of $48,000. Oh shoot, y'all can't see. Damn. Hold on one second. And I'll go back because that you can get that fuse from somebody else. Yes, you're right. You can get that fuse from somebody else. They deliberately make it where you can't really make it out what style it is, and then you're like, oh damn. So for the low price of $48,000, you too can have a Rationale oven for the low price. It actually comes with casters on it. So, and You get a complimentary chef to come out and show you how to work on it for the low price of $48,000. You too can get a Rationale oven. So yeah, the fuses are $200. This is one of the you need training on this. Do not attempt to work on this damn oven without the training. Do not. Now, they do have tech support. Tech support will answer your phone call. They will help you out to a certain extent over the phone. This is going to sound crazy, but this large oven is easier to work on than the half size oven. They will have the half size oven and then they will stack the two on top of each other. And they will say that we have two ovens. So if one ever goes out, we have a backup. Well, what usually happens is all the parts that you need to service are going to be underneath. And it's usually the one at the top that they use the most because it's easier to get to. They don't have to bend down to get to it. And that is usually the one where the care valve goes bad. That is usually the one where it has a oh man, it has a rotating. I might as well call it like a dump valve. It rotates, and it'll dump out all the mucky water, all the gray water. It'll dump that out, and sometimes gristle and bone will get in there, and it won't rotate. Well, now you got to jack up and separate the two ovens so you can get underneath there to start to work on the under portion of that oven. Do they put it at the back? No, they put it directly underneath the oven, knowing that the ovens get stacked. And so that's always fun. See, here's the half size. When they call it half size, for the low price of $11,000, you too can have a half size oven. You too can have a half size oven. Now, this is the number one brand of combi oven. This is the number one. Number two is going to be Combitherm, which this is American. Combitherm is American. What the hell just happened? Here we go. So Combitherm is it kicked me out. All right, let me do it in this one. All right, Combitherm is number two. All right, here we go. So I can get you some prices so you can see. So this one, as you can see, is also pretty dirt cheap. Okay, this one's for the poor. This is for the less fortunate. $17,379. You know, $21,533. There you go. For the low price of $14,000, you too can have one in your restaurant. $53,000. Oh, that's Alto Sham. That's Alto Sham. I love Alto Sham. Alto Sham doesn't do any training though. I mean, they don't do any in-person training. Oh, these are all Alto Shams. These are all Alto Shams. Alto Sham, you can get training online only on my Igniter Labs. And I actually have their classes. I have all their models. So yeah, there's a lot of brands out there. And if you go shopping names out there, say, hey, I work on this, I work on that. I mean, you just throwing darts at a dartboard. Because I tried to look up Combitherm and I ended up with Alto Sham. Where the hell is Combitherm? What the hell? There we go. There's Combitherm. Well, I stand corrected. Combotherm. Anyway, so this Combotherm. 43,000. Well, these are businesses. These are businesses. Now, this little guy here, the one for $9,000, you're gonna see this at Burger King's. Burger King's will have these. Oh, good, it popped up. Burger King will have this little guy. It's 10 grand. I still don't quite know what the hell they use it for. I don't ever see them using these. I don't ever, just like they had a they had a different one. I don't ever see them using these guys. I got my windows open and the wind is whipping today. All right, guys. So it's pretty late. I've been on here a long time. I do need the hours. I really do need the hours. Oh, yeah. Here's their filters too. Because everything has filtration. 439. Now, this ain't right. Oh, I gotta show you the rationale filters. That's why. Now, the thing that upsets me with rationale, I can't even buy the filters. I can't even buy the rationale filters. Rationale used to have classes. Let me show you. Let me show you this. Rationale used to have classes. See, I actually had books and I have everybody's training with days, everything. Fry Master. I mean, COVID really messed up everything. I used to have everybody days on. Look at how thick this is. Everybody's training. Henny Penny. Now, rationale. On the rationale. Let me see. Was this Vegas or was this? See, before the virus, they used to have training every month. Every month. And it was always around the same dates. Always around the same dates. See, this was 2018. So I got handwritten is 2019 dates. And in print is the 2018. Right? So they used to do classes every month, and they don't do them anymore. They used to have a Vegas location. They used to do classes in Vegas. They don't do them anymore. They don't do them anymore. So it's kind of a problem. Let me see if I still have Vegas. But yeah, you used to have to sign up the sheet, sign up, fill out the stuff, send it on over, and then pay. It's like the prices back then are not the prices that are now. Oh yeah, this is when they used to have Vegas. So you'd have to go for quite a while. They don't have this facility anymore, but they used to have Vegas. You have to go, stay at a hotel, had to be there for like a week. And let's see here if they still got the cost down there. But the cost back here, the cost used to be pretty cheap back in the day. Now it's like $1,700. It used to just be like $700. Let's see if I can find anything. But yes, things are changing. See down here, it used to be $950. Where is it? Oh, my dirty fingernails. It used to be $950 for class. Class is now, I believe, $1,700. That's how much stuff has changed. That's how much stuff has changed. Used to be $900, and before it went to 900, it was like $8. It was $850. Then it went to $950. Now it's $1,700 to go to class, if they even have class. Oh yeah. Oh, you guys see what that says down at the bottom? Preliminary tests may be required at our discretion. So what that means is when you would call up, you try to get into class, and if they didn't want you to go, they would just give you a test. And if your ass didn't pass that test, you weren't coming to class. So let's see here. I was rationale, I had vending, I had laundry. I don't know. I'm gonna ask again because about for us in Texas, because Isomatic has classes like for in March for here in Houston. Let's see here. Michael, multiplex. They stopped doing the multiplex training. So many things they stopped doing. But I just wanted you guys to see, because a lot of this stuff I'm telling you about is really inexpensive. The other classes get up there. They get up there in cost, and they take quite a bit of your time. But you see the cost of the equipment. The cost of the equipment, you're looking at $58,000 for some of this stuff. $58,000. You know, $58,000 for combi ovens. All right. And then that's the fryers are the same way. Fryers are the same way. 49,000, 24,000, 27, 36 for that Alto Sham. So let me show you these fryers, which is why I'm trying to tell you on the hot side, it's not some simple stroll in the park on the hot side. So it's a lot easier to make your money, go in and make your money off of ice. It's a whole lot easier to make your money off of ice. And then to go on in there and get into a situation on the hot side, not knowing that that piece of equipment that you're working on is $57,000. That's not cool. That is not cool. Let me see here. I don't want the Supreme. I want the Solstice. There we go. Let me show you what these fryers are going for. And I'm going to call it a night. I don't even work on this one. I've never worked on this one. So you see the price on that, right? And that's only 3 fryers. I don't think those are split. We're going to go with natural gas. There we go. Price is still the same. Well, yeah, start with the ice, because as you see, you're only dealing with a couple of thousands of dollars versus 50,000. And you have backup. They can always buy more ice. They can always have ice delivery. Always have ice delivery. But when your $50,000 fryer is down, you're stuck like Chuck. And nobody's got time for you to try to figure it out as you go along. And all you're going to do is just make your name mud, and nobody's going to want to deal with you. So why slit your own throat? If you have a hard time with one ice machine, so what? Big deal. Everybody has a hard time with an ice machine. Everybody has a hard time with an ice machine. They can always order ice. Like you guys said, hey, let's see here, ice. It's delivery. Here's your ready ice. Houston, largest wholesaler of commercial ice and water. Ready ice. You see them everywhere, right? Because they're dropping off ice. They're no contracts, no commitments, just service. We just want your money. We just want your money. We'll go ahead and bring that damn ice anywhere. Anywhere. Call in orders, full service merchandise, ice box. You have help. Then they'll call somebody else. But there's only so many people that are trained on hot side, only so many guys that are trained on some of those things. The regular machines, yes, but you'll get some of these people that are desperate to get somebody to work on their equipment. They'll lie to you. They'll get you to come on out there, and you're going to be stuck on that. And they're going to say, oh, well, you did this on my machine working perfectly fine, and you owe me $58,000 for a new machine. Why do that to yourself? Why do that? Ice. Get in there, see what's going on with the restaurant, see what's going on with that hotel, see what's going on with that location, and then migrate on from there. If they got simpler fryers, then go ahead and work on those simpler fryers, like you saw Mike Sneed. If anybody of you guys have ever seen Mike Sneed, he worked on a simpler fryer. But you have some of these other fryers that are a little more expensive, and you just don't know. Because if you can run around and say Frymaster, you can say Frymaster all day. Frymaster has some $2,000 fryers, and they got $50,000 fryers. All right, so these guys is all they do is deal with ice and delivering ice. And Ready Ice is the brand, but this is the actual company. I just do ice near me, and you get all of these different people that pop up. Ready Ice, DoorDash, do Ready Ice. There you go. Budget ice delivery, best ice, Ice Express. They're closed right now. Look at that. See? So these guys are everywhere. These guys are everywhere. So, like I said, I do a courtesy for my clients. I'll bring them some ice, and that's something that nobody else really does. See, these guys are everywhere. They're just dropping off ice. I never thought about doing that for my kid. Now, see this when you got money, you can just go ahead and drop off about a good 3-4 grand worth of ice for the summertime. Sure, why not? Oh, hell no. No. Are these guys serious? They dumped ice in the pool. No, hell no. No. I never knew that this was a thing of just dumping ice into the park. Now, this is just not any old ice. This is flaked ice. This is flaked ice. All this is in Houston. Yeah, there's NRG. They deliver for Houston Rockets. I've been over there many times. Anybody seen my pictures from doing the jobs at the Houston Rockets? Uh-oh, my wife is home. Oh, God. So that is about it. I want to show you. Real quick. See, you can get a Frymaster $2 grand, or you get a Frymaster 20 grand. Oh, the devil is home. So anyway, back to, I don't know why this is McDonald's. That is not. Anyway, you're looking at just under 3 grand. You get an inexpensive GF14. I work on a ton of GF14s. A ton of GF14s. But then they go up like this. 57,000. So just throwing a name out there. Oh, yeah. Tell me a name. Yeah, I'll tell you a name. I'll tell you a name all day. You get out there on a unit that's $57,905, and you call tech support. Tech support ain't going to help you. You know, it's it can be a little much. So besides the name, it's very important to get out there and see what these people have in their locations. It's very important to see what they have. Yeah, this is electric. So with that being said, I really do appreciate everybody coming into the stream. I had a couple of people contact me from Dallas, so I sent you guys that information. Let me know what happened tomorrow. Hopefully you guys work out a deal. One of you guys will pick up on that and start a relationship with one of those manufacturers. And that's about it. But yeah, you got to know what you're doing. That's why I try to give you guys the training first. I'm giving you guys the training. The way in is through ice. When you're going to work on a $57,905 item, they don't want you to learn on the job. They don't want you to learn on the job. So don't make your name mud before you even get started. All right. There's plenty of people that can help you out on ice. You can just say, hey, look, I'm having a hard time with this one. You're going to need to get somebody else. And they were going to be fine with that. All right. So thanks for hanging out with me tonight. And I'll talk to you guys another time.